the British government has asked its High Commission in India to visit Gujarat and meet Chief Minister Narendra Modi to explore business opportunities. Well, Narendra Modi and many others are seeing this as a significant step towards ending his diplomatic isolation with the US and Europe since the 2002 riots. The UK's Deputy Foreign Minister Hugo Swire has called for much closer cooperation with Gujarat. And upbeat Modi used this at the end of his yatra to target the Prime Minister, saying the British have understood the value of Gujarat. Dr. Manmohan Singh hasn't.
आज उनको समझ आया है कि गुजरात का महत्व क्या होता है। दिल्ली के मनमोहन सिंह जी को समझ आए या ना आए, लेकिन ब्रिटिश सरकार को समझ आ गया है और उन्होंने गुजरात को गले लगाना तय किया है। मैं स्वागत करता हूं उनके निर्णय का और मैं विश्वास जताता हूं दुनिया को, गुजरात और पूरा यूरोप मिलकर के विश्व कल्याण के काम में कोई कमी नहीं रखेंगे। दुनिया में प्रगति के काम में हम विश्वास से आगे बढ़ेंगे।
Well, joining me also in this debate tonight is John Chalmers, Bureau Chief of Reuters. And Mr. Chalmers, first, of course, a view from the foreign press of this British government decision. In a sense, is Narendra Modi now a political reality that the world can't ignore? The possibility of him having a key stake in not just state government, but national government as well. Do you think there's any truth in that?
Yes, well, I think that might be one of the takeaways from what happened today. I mean, I think we need to understand where the Brits are coming from on this. I mean, they're looking at Gujarat. They see a state which has been growing at kind of double-digit clip for many years now. It has an increasingly dynamic business and economic environment. They want a share of that. They want to be part of that. So I think there's an element of pragmatism here. They really want to invest in Gujarat. They see the most dynamic part of India growing very fast. They want to get the foot in the door there. And they haven't had that opportunity to the same extent that they might have done because of that diplomatic distance between the Western nations, EU nations, the US, and Narendra Modi's state government. And don't forget, you know, Britain, like other EU states, is at the moment going through a pretty bad economic phase. And, you know, this is one area where they can perhaps see some growth potential. So I see it more from that point of view. Politically, I think, yeah, we could discuss that later. But I think, you know, first and foremost, I think this is a very pragmatic, practical business and economic decision.
In fact, again, before I go to politician Chetan Bhagat, let me get you in on this because it's interesting. We just had this whole debate on ethics and the whole issue. I mean, and of course, the political debate on the riot taint, as the Congress says, the BJP says what riot taint it will continue. But clearly, whether it comes to Indian corporates or the UK, it's now about business which drives decisions like this.
Yeah, I think it is, these countries are very aware of the economic realities and they do whatever they can to grow their economy, to grow their business, and they know that they need to have good relations with India, and they know India is a democracy with 2 or 3 major parties, and they'll try to be friends with everyone. And for whatever it is, I think Modi is seen as very investor friendly. I think the Gujaratis themselves are a very entrepreneurial community, so they see it as that. So that's why they've done it, and I think we should see it as good for India. You know, we should not just see it as good for Gujarat. Gujarat is a part of India, and if a country is recommending Gujarat, if a Western country is saying let's go and invest here, it's good for India. I mean, of course, it's great for Gujarat, and I think other states should learn that aspect. Again, I'm not endorsing any particular personality or all their actions, but I'm saying if something has been noted by the West, on the other hand, you often find the West saying a lot of critical things about our government also. But this is one of the rare occasions when they have said something positive. It's good for India, and for what it's worth, it's good for Gujarat.
Renuka Chaudhary, interesting contrast perhaps about the hoo-ha when the Prime Minister is termed as an underachiever. The same magazine Time, of course, had lauded Chief Minister, Narendra Modi. Do you feel that this is good for India? As Chetan actually said, Narendra Modi has made the point that the Prime Minister hasn't understood the worth of Gujarat, but the British have.
Well, if Mr. Modi is so excited about getting the British approval, stamp of approval in Gujarat, ironically Mahatma Gandhi's home state, well, good luck to him. I mean, it just shows a tunnel vision. And that's tragic because he shouldn't have to worry about all these things. If you're so confident about yourself and what your state has achieved, then you go for it, man. You've got an election, go and do what you have to do. Is this your election clarion call that the British have approved of me? Wow.
Ravi Shankar.
I mean, this is amazing.
No,
now, on the other hand, the British are doing it to boost their economies. They're coming here to take a slice of the pie.
So Ravi Shankar
So
Prasad.
after all this chest beating on FDI, I'm quite amazed. I mean, this is...
So Ravi Shankar Prasad, Renuka's interesting
Incredible.
point at the end that we are against FDI, but we don't mind foreign praise really when it comes to Narendra Modi and now renewing of diplomatic ties. But the more serious question, and of course politically we always look at what the impact on domestic politics, is this a further sign of acceptability of Narendra Modi for his own NDA allies like the JDU, especially after the Gujarat election where he could be positioned as a possible BJP PM candidate?
I hope Renuka ji will allow me to speak, Sonia. I can understand her desperation, but good luck to her. You see, you have to put
Well,
in
you
a
have my
context,
permission
Sonia.
and good luck to you.
Okay, Renuka ji, okay. Sonia, as I see it,
I mean,
why
you
it
know,
is
you
important
guys
the
are so
development of today.
entertaining.
No,
You
no,
know,
no,
I must say you
Renuka,
guys-
please allow me to speak now. Please allow me to speak.
That wasn't
Renuka.
Renuka, that was Chetan Bhagat.
Today's
Go ahead, Mr.
development has
Prasad.
to be
Go ahead.
seen, and that development has to be seen in a particular context. It is a recognition by England of the tangible, palpable progress and growth in Gujarat in which they want to have a stake. And why it is relevant is that there has been an international campaign against Mr. Modi in Europe and in America that he is a persona non grata. We know all these things. Any despot can visit America. Any person with almost blood-soaked hand can visit America. But a visa was denied wrongly to him. Not that he is keen to visit America. But in that context of today, Britain publicly announcing that we want to have a part of that process of growth in Gujarat. You know, in automobile sector, so many giant multinationals have come already. It is in that context that there is a recognition of the worth of his performance, more particularly when today world media is describing Dr. Manmohan Singh government as one of underachievement. This contrast is indeed very important.
Well,
as far as the national issue is concerned,
yes,
we have already said repeatedly that Mr. Modi is a person, is a great leader, we all are very proud of him. But whether he will be a PM's candidate or not, the party's parliamentary board will decide and allow the party to have that right to decide.
Of course, and as I said, whether I think the bigger
Sonia, I want to
acceptability
say
would be from
something.
Nitish Kumar rather than David Cameron or his government. That's really the big question.
Yes.
We're completely out of time, but thank you all very much for joining me. Mr. Prasad, I apologize for the confusion on topic, but I hope you had an interesting debate anyway. Thank you all very much for joining me tonight on the show.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.